Hey guys, Viggoman here and welcome back to Krassberg. This is episode 30 and if you've been paying attention for a couple of episodes or well quite far back, you know that I'll try to do these update videos, these tour videos as we kind of go, because there's a lot of new people just stopping by every single day on my channel, which I do really appreciate. Thanks to all of you new people stopping by. But I think it's important for me to kind of just step back and present Krassberg to the people that has joined this last couple of weeks. It's been 10 episodes, which would suggest like 10 weeks since the last time we did a little bit of a tour from this place. So it is definitely time for us to do a new one. The way we do this is that I kind of fly around, walk around, just present the different districts, the different builds, but we're not doing like a detailed tour of every single house, because that would mean like 10 hours of touring and I don't have the time for that. Neither do I really want to. So this is the main gate which you come in, the first gate of Krassberg. There's several gates, we're gonna get to those later as we go, but one of the main gates. And you go through here, we have the Hill of Opportunity, or Opportunity Hill as we kind of call it, which is this grouping of houses in the beginning here. There are a couple of small like courtyards and things like that, but it's all, as you maybe can see, placed on a hill. It's not really visible from here because you don't really see it, but once we move around here looking at the stuff, the different builds and such, you really see it once we kind of, you can see there's a downwards hill here, and if we kind of move over here you can see that the first district is on a hill. So that is the Hill of Opportunity, a lot of different districts, and that is kind of where the people that are coming to Krassberg has kind of settled, the new settlements. This is one of the newer districts, and I really like it. There's a cool atmosphere here with a lot of different roads and streets that are kind of unwailing around the builds and stuff here. We also have the brewery right here, which is one of the bigger builds in this area, which leads to this small back area here, where we have this massive brewing station like this, and we also have like an upstairs like that. Again, check out the videos where we built this if you want to have a detailed tour. It's kind of just presenting this area to you. In the back here we have some beehives. We have the candle making, where we use the beehives or the wax. We have a lot of new builds here. A lot of these are new since the last tour, so we'll check them out from this side here. Walk a little bit around here. Some nice streets here, and all of these buildings here are new since the last tour. Looking at those, we have some inns and other different professions here: taverns, glass making, carpentry, butchers, pretty much all of it. So that is kind of nice. And there's also like these small back areas here as well, where we have like stables and small workshop areas, underground storage and stuff like that, which is kind of connected and stuff. So that's kind of looking pretty nice, I think. So from here we can go out again to see the pond of Krassberg. Well, one of the ponds. For now it's the only one pretty much, but it's this pond right here, which I just love the scenery from here, just looking over the pond onto the buildings here, looking pretty beautiful and atmospherical with the shaders and stuff. So that is that. There's also these different houses here alongside the small lake here, or pond, where they do some fishing and water washing or clothes washing in this water here. And then one old building here. This is going to be like the beginning of a new district, which is gradually going to happen over here, which is going to be a similar style to most of Krassberg, but it's going to look older. So that is going to happen around this area here. Trying to present some of the future ideas I have as well here, to keep you guys updated on what I'm thinking. So there's going to be like some new low maintained areas, which is kind of old looking, worn down here. Here we have the mud gate, another gate from Krassberg or for Krassberg here, which leads out to the beach, which is now completely occupied by the slums. There are a lot of these buildings here, and I just love just walking over and around these little streets here, or just paths with these narrow small buildings, and yeah, love the atmosphere here. I wouldn't like to be here in real life, but in Minecraft you kind of don't really have to smell this area, and it just kind of looks nice. So a lot of these very small weird little streets with these small shanty houses. So yeah, really liking how this looks here. These are also like connected to the beach area where they do fishing and things like that, with some small promenades and harbors and stuff like that. So let's move back in here. Of course, guys, if you want to check this out for yourself, information will be down below, so you can tour around here and check out everything in even further details than I do in my videos. So don't forget to do that if you really like this. Now we're moving towards some of the newer additions to Krassberg. This is what we did last episode. These buildings here, the small houses, we have, and these houses in the back here, which then is kind of hanging over the small river here, or canal in a way. You can see some of the future progress here as well. This is going to be for next episode, so look forward to that. I'm not going to spoil too much of that, but yeah, so that is these buildings here, and just another little district here. And then we have some guilds and stuff. This one here is a big building, which has a small backyard, which leads down to a small creek where people are fishing crabs and stuff like that. And this is what I'm trying to indicate here. And then we have like this small crab fishing community hut where people are coming along together and kind of just rinsing them and preparing them for selling them over at the next plan, or the next area we're about to visit. Looking at some scenery here, love this. This took me ages to do. Everything is customly layered here using the blocks of Conquest, and there's just a lot of atmosphere with this small creek just running over here from the Blossom Square, which is one of the bigger markets so far in Krassberg. Basically just a market where people are meeting up and selling stuff, and yeah, just a little bit of a everything kind of market here. So that is that. There's also, of course, a lot of houses surrounding this area. So we have these small streets here, and we also have a small winery in the back here. So I'll show that to you right now. Looking at the houses here, we'll go through this little wooden building here and go out the back here. We have these big wine kegs where they're like stumping down to make wine, which is tapped here and then stored in this little barn here. And then we have the actual vineyard here in the back, where we are producing the grapes and stuff like that for the winery. And overall, looking pretty atmospherical, like the way it is. A lot of layering went into this as well. And there's also a lot of these small farms in the backyards of the houses. So that's something I would advise you to go on and check out yourself, because it's really cute and stuff. Here we have some chickens and some stuff here happening in the back, and also there's these outhouses all around the town because people need to take a dump from time to time. So yeah, that is that from here. The reason why it's called Blossom Square is because of the massive blossoms surrounding this area. So you have this big one right here, and there's also like another one up there, and yeah, the blossoms kind of name this place. Here we have some other small backyards where you can see farmings and stuff like this, and yeah, pumpkins and outhouses, and yeah, a lot of different areas here. I'll try to show you the buildings as much as possible as well, but it's kind of tricky as I'm trying to move around pretty quickly around here. So there's a lot of these houses here. Again, come on, check it out for yourself if you really want to get the details here. There's not too much happening in the back here. This is for a future area. Here we're gonna have, and in this industrial area, so we're gonna have like some bigger buildings here where we're making bricks and clay and charcoal and stuff like that in this small area here. And we might have to add like another gatehouse and stuff for transportation. I don't know. Let me know down below, guys, for future ideas. We have these houses here, which are nicely just stacked on top of each other, kind of. Creating a unique little district right here. Then we have the elephant in the room, the big white temple, and the monastery on the Hill of Faith, which is over here. Trying not to spoil too much of next episode, which is happening below the screen right now. But this is the monastery, which is one of my biggest buildings in this town, and I love the way it looks. Nice and white and just hanging over the whole town here. We have stables for the horses. We of course have a small gatehouse because this whole area is fortified in a way. So you can close this up and the people in here would be able to withstand a small siege. If like enemies come through the main city walls, you will still be able to like protect the priests and maybe other important people here. Of course the noble people will be staying in the castle, which is not built yet. So we have these like hospital areas in here. Haven't been here in a while. So hospital area where they're making medicine and stuff. And then just a lot of different buildings in this monastery here. So yeah, the hospital here. We have another gate so we can close even the inner circle once more. Where we have chicken coops like that. We have a well going down. And we also have some small farms and stuff. Let's close this actually. Yeah, let's show you this outside. A small chilling area for the monks and nuns and stuff, and priests, I guess, and a small outhouse or garderobe, which is just dropping down here, and some birds feeding platforms. But yeah, let's close these doors, shall we? And yeah, like general area for the people living here. This is the residential building for the priests and monks and stuff, where they have like bunk beds to sleep in. I'm not going to go into detail again. Then we also have like feeding halls. We have a small chapel, private chapel for the priests. Let's go in here and show you the feast hall, which is over here with two different tables. Maybe the men and the women are separated. I don't know how this works. Up to you guys to come up with your little lore of that. We also have such blacksmiths like this, and bakeries, and yeah, just to produce the needed stuff for the people of Krassberg. This inner building here is also a house for homeless people. So yeah, where we have just a lot of people or children pretty much sleeping here, all the way up here. So yeah, just a little I don't know what to call it, but a home for homeless children in a way. So then we'll move out here and check out the temple real quick. Try not to spend too much time. Well, actually, let's go down here to the crypts, where we have made underground crypts where which just kind of expands downwards. Let's follow one of these. We have this graves for the more noble people like that, and then we also have like community graves where the less fortunate people would be buried, just kind of tucked into the walls here like this. And then the most noble people would have like this big grave areas for themselves. These would just be continue to be dug out as we kind of go. Yeah, then we also have a little bit of a lake here, natural spring occurring. This is where they get the water from. Some people pointed out that I wouldn't be drinking the water of the dead people, but yeah, I totally agree with you. But maybe they think it's wealthy. Maybe they can get the power of the dead people. Who knows? So yeah, just kind of just keeps on going downwards from here. So let's go up again. But yeah, there's like a lot of different ways you can just continue walking here. So that is that. The main temple is up here on the biggest hill right now of Krassberg, where we have a big statue of Epona in the middle, and then smaller statues indicating the 4 other gods of this. So check this out for yourself if you want to on the Yarowyn Reforged server. The temple itself is pretty neat, nice and bright with a lot of different domes, which is something I think is pretty nice. From here we can go to the prison, which is strategically placed on this cliff near the water and near the harbor or the port of Krassberg. Can we get some loadage happening here to see the ships? Perhaps not. I don't know, maybe that will happen in the future. But let's check out the prison to begin with. So the prison has this entrance here. This will all be worked on later. So if you have ideas for this, make sure to just let me know for what we can do in front of the prison here. I've had a couple of suggestions already. So if that's one of you guys, I haven't forgot what you told me. Just open for more suggestions. The area here has like some small community working area where the prisoners could do some work, and we also have like stuff happening and a lot of these prison cells on all the sides here, like that, and then also prison cells in the second floor. On the top here we actually have battlements, so you will be able to defend this place individually. So again, can be used as a fort or something like that if enemies were to breach the walls. Now let's move over to the Hill of Faith over here, which is the first hill that the Westers settled in when they came to Krassburg. Which let's go out again here, which is this massive hill here in the middle of the city and just slightly elevated above everything else. And there's just like a lot of buildings squeezed on together on top of this, because it's one of the most popular districts of Krassberg right now. So there's a little bit of a house that is kind of overbuilt over the actual street here, which just creates a lot of atmosphere and mystery in a way. It kind of draws you in because you want to see what is happening below here or through here. So in here we have a small alley, I guess, where there's just a lot of buildings packed together here. And this will then lead further over here to a bridge which will lead up to the Hill of Wisdom over here, which is going to be a massive new hill where we're going to have a university and other temples and libraries and stuff like that happening over there. This blue area that I've marked out is going to be the Fisherman's District. It's going to be called the Sea of Sails. There's going to be a lot of these buildings that are inspired by fishermen boats and stuff like that, and just a whole district given to the fishermen, more or less. Over here we have the Port District, which is built around trading and stuff like that. So we have the Gatehouse, which is kind of acting as a way to leave the Port District open for everyone. So you don't have to be a Krassberg citizen to stop here. Pretty much everyone that has something to trade or has a boat can stop by in this port here and jump off. You can visit the brothel or the inn and stuff like that here. Get a night's sleep, get some food, buy some ropes, but you don't have to be a Krassberg citizen to actually get in here. So the server is acting a little weird and we had a little crash, but I'm back. Hopefully the server is back. We're back here at the port city, and I think I left off trying to explain how this works, where people that are visitors not from Krassberg can come in here and enjoy this part of the city. We have brothels, inns, shops selling needed stuff for sailors, traders, all that jazz, but they won't be able to go through this gate right here. So this is kind of the gate separating the outside world from Krassberg. So that's it. That is the third gate so far, I think. In here again we have a lot of these different buildings which provide a service for most of the people that are coming in here. We also have like this tax office where you can come in or buy like a certificate to come into the city and stuff. This white building here. We also have the innkeeper's house, which is this big manor on the top here. One of the best locations to have a house. You have an ocean view, You're elevated above everyone's, and of course you have a nice looking house. Here's the inn right here, or a tavern in a way. We have warehouses, which is needed of course, cranes and boats and lighthouses, a lot of boats and just one lighthouse. We also have, we have smaller boats, medium boats. We have a massive ship over here, which I love. Well, it's one of my first ever big ships, so I'm kind of happy with how it turned out. I love this mermaid or gargoyle hanging in the front here, a handsome one. Yeah, kind of happy with how this turned out. And then we have, of course, the prison here in the back, or the back of the prison. We have warehouses again, more warehouses, pretty much all of that. And small markets areas where people that are visiting here can sell stuff. We have it over there and in here as well. Then we also have, warehouses. There's also a little park here, which might eventually be built over with new buildings. But yeah, little park here where you can walk around and just stretch your legs if you've been on sea for days, weeks, I don't know. You can get on here and just walk a little bit, get some fresh air, look at the scenery, trees, and you have the monastery in the background here. You can also continue this, just walking over here and around this little area here, where we have the creek flowing through, which is coming from the pond actually. So that is that for this little area here as well. There is only one more thing that I think is left to show, and that is the building in the back here, which is just a little guard tower, which probably most of you guys have forgotten. I kind of forget it from time to time, and it might move, but it's there for now. We're going to build the barracks over here for the military, and then a dock for military boats and stuff. But that is all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Really do hope that you enjoyed. If so, make sure to smack that like button and comment down below. And if you haven't done it already, make sure to subscribe. It's been Vegaman, and I'm out.